Hi, welcome to day 1 of our chair yoga for aging adults. Today's practice, all we'll need is our chair and maybe our mat for a little bit of extra stability. Sometimes having a wall nearby is just that extra little security blanket if you're feeling a little unstable, but just finding a comfortable seat should be good enough. So when you're ready, join me. Try and be sure to be a little bit forward so we're creating a little bit more space. So we're having to work, we're holding ourselves up, not the chair. But once you're here, you can feel your feet on the earth, your seat in your chair. Feel that heart lift, the spine get tall, the head nice and soft on top. Notice if you're holding tension and just let it go if you can. And then let your eyes become heavy. Let yourself arrive. Maybe notice if you can feel time sort of slowing down, feeling yourself becoming a little bit more present, a little bit more connected to your own body and your breath. And so maybe invite that breath to deepen. Feel the rise and fall of the belly and the chest. And feel the body soften as it lets go of the breath and little layers of tension. Good. Let's all go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose. And an open mouth sigh. Good. Again, big breath in. And a full breath out. Good. Come back to that full, deep, natural breath. And begin to softly open your eyes. Beautiful. You're going to find a little bit of movement through the shoulders and the upper torso to begin. So let your arms come down alongside the body. Good. Feel again your feet on the earth, this connection, this grounding. And then again, feel that heart lift, the shoulders drop away, a little bit more space between the bottom of the earlobes and the tops of the shoulders. And when you're ready, as we inhale, let's go ahead and draw the arms out to the side. Start to lift the gaze, raise the arms up overhead. And as we exhale, slowly press those hands down, lower the arms, draw the gaze back through center. Good. Inhale, again, arms out to the side, up overhead. And exhale, lowering back down. Good. Continue at your own pace. If your breath isn't quite as full, it might be a little bit quicker. You might get in a few more rounds than myself. That's all good. And if you're a little bit slower than myself, then that's okay too. Just as long as you're breathing that full breath, and there's not too much effort. You might be encouraging it to be long, but we're not forcing it. Good, and you might even notice that at the top of the inhale, there's just a slight millisecond where we hold that breath in and then we release it and let it go. And at the bottom of the exhale, there's that half little millisecond where you hold out empty before you draw it back in. Good, let's do 2 more. Maybe notice how the shoulders are feeling, the arms. They don't have to come quite as high as mine do, but wherever you're at today, it's great. Might be a little bit smaller. Last one. Beautiful. All right, let's inhale our arms up overhead. Let's let our palms face forward. Let your shoulders drop away from the ears. Let the head and neck be nice and soft. Sometimes it feels good to give it a little wiggle. Good. Awesome. With our palms facing forward, let's go ahead and spread our fingers nice and wide. Feel the space between the fingers. Feel into the webbing and then gently curl in. Good. Spread and curl. Spread and curl. Good, a little bit quicker now. Just sort of pulling and drawing that blood up while it works against gravity. And if it's too much for your shoulders, having your arms up here, they can be lower. It's all good. Whatever feels best. Good, last couple. Awesome. Next time you gently pull those fingers in, let's go ahead and circle the wrists. Soft little fists as we start to lower our arms down. Release those shoulders. Good. When you come down, let's go ahead and switch the directions. Good. Maybe even let the fingers open up now. Let the hands just be soft and relaxed. Good. All right. Beautiful. Once you're complete, let it come to stillness. Maybe give a little shimmy, a little shake of our shoulders, and then go ahead. Draw your arms forward. We're going to interlace our fingers. Good. Start to turn the palms out, about chest height. Good. Shoulders roll away. Palms press forward. Good. It's okay if you have a bend at the elbow. Ideally, we're not locking in, so we want a little bit of softness. But for some, if they're quite tight, might be a little deeper. We're working towards lengthening our arms to the best of our ability by keeping that soft little micro bend in the elbow. Good. All right. From here, you might already be experiencing an opening through the upper thoracic, the space between our shoulder blades. Pretty intentionally there. Good. If you want to go a little bit deeper, inviting more movement through the spine, as we inhale, press into the sitting bones, start to lift the heart, start to raise these palms up, maybe just a little bit. And then as we exhale, start to round through the low back, the mid back. Hands can start to float down. Tuck the chin slightly. Inhale, again, start to lengthen, maybe lift the hands a little bit or a lot. And then exhale and round. Good. Keep it going. Again, as large or as small as feels good in your body. And maybe let those first few be a little bit smaller so we're not going to that full edge. We're awakening the body. We're finding that movement, a little bit of flow, a little bit of mobility. Good. Last two. Last one. Good. Inhale. Come on back to neutral. Again, spine is long. Palms face forward. Let's go ahead. Release the grip for a moment. Again, release the shoulders. Release any tension that may have built. And then again, go ahead and interlace your fingers. This time, opposite pinky on top, the one that feels a little awkward, a little different. Again, roll those palms to face forward, shoulders down the back. Good. This time we're going to circle the palms. Good. So maybe just the size of a small little saucer to begin. It might get a little bit larger. You might notice how your spine can start to shift and move with it if it feels okay. Good. Two more in this direction. And then switching. Here we're accessing a little deeper into our side waist. Again, our mid back, our upper back. Good. Last couple here. Good. And then come on back to neutral. Separate the hands. Again, let them float down to the lap. Maybe roll out the shoulders. Let the head wiggle a little bit. Good. All right. We're going to circle our hips a little bit. So let your pelvis start to come forward a little bit. Bum's going to move back. We're going to slide to the right, round it back, over to the left, and forward. So going in a clockwise direction, just shifting and sliding our pelvic bowl. So a little bit more concentrated through our lower lumbar now. Sort of working our way down the body. Good. Next time you kind of come forward, let's switch the direction. So slide to the left, round behind you, over to the right and forward. Good. So finding our counterclockwise. Good. And just notice if the body's feeling a little sticky. Sometimes there's little areas that we kind of slump into, so maybe smooth out those edges a bit. Good. All the while we're breathing. Good. And then once you start to come on back, let that heart again stack. Shoulders over hips, shoulders away from the ears. Maybe gently close your eyes. Take a moment, maybe notice if you can feel any of that spiraling energy. If you're still a little warm in the body from the movements we've already done. Good. Go ahead, take a deep breath in through the nose. And again, exhale, open mouth, sigh. Big breath in. And full breath out. One more, big breath in. Last breath out. Good. Opening your eyes. Good. Back to the room. All right. From here, we're going to start to find a little bit of movement now in lower body area. So allowing our right foot to lift. Maybe you're able to lift it on its own. Maybe you're using your hands for support. It's all good wherever you are. We're going to start to open this right knee. I'm going to flex my foot just for a little bit of engagement. I also find that when my foot is active, the leg suddenly somehow becomes a little bit lighter. So maybe you find that as too. But when you're ready, start to circle this right knee. Again, you can be using the sling of your hands for support, or you also can be doing the movement just with your leg alone. So you might notice that my circle, it's a little wobbly, it's a little more oval. It's all good as I try and open a little bit wider and deeper into my hip. But again, it's just sort of what depends on feels good in your body this morning or evening. Good. Switch the direction. And it's usually pretty typically normal to have a little bit of clicking. But if there's any sort of pain or aggravation, or you can feel any sort of bone on bone, then go ahead and just stop and take a little break. We don't want to cause any sort of pain or bone on bone action. Good. Last couple movements. And then go ahead and place that right knee down. Good. Find that tall spine, especially if you've started to slouch a little bit. We want to encourage that length. Good. And then from here, keeping that movement going with the right leg. Again, if you need a little sling, you can interlace your fingers. You can also pick up the leg on its own. But we're just going to start to extend and bend. So lifting that lower right shin. Might feel good to point the toes. I like to find a little bit more length with this one. Good. As best as you can, try and scoop that low back and lift the heart. So keep the spine long, shoulders down the back. Good. Awesome. Just a couple more. Might be slow, might be quick. Good. And then once you're complete, let this right leg hang a little bit here. And we're just going to circle this right ankle and twinkle our toes. Good. Switching directions. Beautiful. All right. Go ahead and lower this right foot down. Good. From here, we're going to pick up both set of toes. We'll place them back down, lift our heels, Place those back down. Toes lift, heels lift. Good. Awesome. You might notice any little clicking or cracking in our toes and ankles. Good. All right. Once you're complete, settle both feet. Again, lift the heart, stack the spine. Good. We're going to find the movement on the second side, and we're going to work it from the back to the front. So we completed with our lovely little circling of our left ankle. So we're going to, or with our right ankle, so we're going to start that with our left. So we're going to pick up the left foot. Again, if it's not easy to lift the leg, then use your hands to assist. Good. Circle that left ankle. Twinkle the toes. Good. Breathing. Good. And then once you're complete, you can keep a hold of that leg if that serves you best, or again, it might just be in space. But we're going to start to point and flex. So if you're not holding on to the back of the leg, I would recommend maybe holding on to the chair or engaging the hands, pressing the palms, something to sort of keep you active so that you're not rounding and slouching for that upper body. You're still staying active. Good. And of course, grabbing a hold of that thigh is absolutely an option. Good. Last few. Good. All right. Let that movement come to stillness. We're going to circle this left knee, opening the hip again as large as feels good in your body, trying not to have that bone on bone sort of grinding action. We want it to be soft and fluid, so that might mean you make the movement a little bit smaller. Switch directions if you haven't. Good. A few more. Good, and then go ahead and place that left foot down to meet the right. Find that tall seat. Good, let's go ahead. Inhale our arms forward and up. Maybe look up, and then this time as we exhale, hinge, come forward. Maybe round the spine, draw the arms up and back. Inhale, press the feet, lift the heart, raise the torso as you raise the arms, and exhale. Hinge at the hips, come forward. Inhaling to draw up. Exhaling, coming forward. Good, last two. Good. Beautiful. Let's go ahead, draw the arms just forward a little bit as we lift the chest. Let the hands find the thighs. Beautiful. All right, from here we're going to find a little twist to sort of seal our class before we finish. So press into the sitting bones, lift up. Good. Shoulders down the back. We're going to twist from our navel, right rib, right shoulder. Left hand might find that right thigh. Right hand might find the base of the chair or the back. Wherever you are, inhale, take a deep breath in, find length. And as we exhale, maybe start to look back over that back right shoulder. One more breath. Inhale to find length. Exhale, come on back through center. Good, twisting to the second side. Inhale for length. Exhale, twisting from navel, left rib, left shoulder. Right hand might find the thigh or knee. Left hand might find the chair behind you or the base. Inhale to scoop and lengthen. Exhale, maybe looking back over that left shoulder. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Come on back through center. Good. Softly close your eyes. From here, start to bow the chin, lower the forehead. Feel the back of the neck lengthen. Begin to inhale, maybe roll the right ear towards the right shoulder. Exhale, chin back towards chest. Inhaling, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. One more each side. Nice, slow, smooth movements. Breath leading and guiding. At the bottom, hold one big breath here. And on your next inhale, pressing into the sitting bones, start to lift the forehead, lift the chin. Let the gaze come back through center, back to neutral. Keep the eyes softly closed. Notice the energy in the body. Notice your mood. Notice the physical body and how it feels. Becoming aware of any subtle differences and the shifts that occur with our practice when we move and breathe with connection to self. And then when you're ready, let your hands come together at your heart center, palms touching. Let your shoulders drop down, let your heart lift and the crown extend. Take a big breath in. And a full sighing breath out. Again, one more. Thank you for joining me here on your chair. Hope to see you again soon. Take good care. Namaste.